Welcome to Anbasurian YouTube channel. Today's topic is three key elements to write an academic assignment. This is the part one video. I'm Anbaselvi. How do you feel before starting to write an assignment? As you see in this picture, you can see this, it's like a puzzle. You don't know how to solve this puzzle. The same way you will feel like it's very difficult to understand this assignment title, how to write this assignment, what we need to do before writing the assignment. So a lot of questions will be flowing into your mind. So you feel it's very complex, especially for the students, those who are starting at first time, starting to write the assignment for the first time. And they feel more confused, even though they are writing an assignment many times. Still, for some of the modules, they feel confused how to focus this assignment title, how to address this assignment title, and fearful. Even though you are reaching the sixth module of your program, definitely you will have some sort of fear within your mind to write this assignment. So in order to overcome these three aspects, to feel comfortable, to feel confident and willingness to write an assignment voluntarily, so you need to do something special before start to write an assignment. So what is the first step to do before start to write an assignment? Usually, most of you will say it's a planning. So planning is doing a skeletal plan, sketching about what are the topics to cover in this assignment, like introduction, body, conclusion, what are the contents to address. Those are the points you will do. It's called planning, right? But in my view, planning is not the first step to do before start to write an assignment. Then what? That step is known as you have to cross-examine the assignment title or assignment question. You may wonder what to cross-examine is just about few sentences, maybe two to three or four sentences of the assignment title. Of course, that assignment title is very comprehensive, which is covering the whole module descriptors, contents. So how to do this? Definitely you need to do this cross-examine, because that particular assignment title encompasses many layers of concepts or many levels of ideas or theories that produces into a new form of write-up work. So that's why you need to do your cross-examine. So this is the first and most prior step to before starting an assignment you have to do. How are you going to do? See, for cross-examination, as I mentioned to you, there are many layers. You can see here, the assignment question is in your hands to write an assignment. This assignment question is strongly interrelated or interlinked with the module learning outcomes and your marking criteria. It's tied up between these two. But what we do usually, we focus on the assignment question and we see what are the things to cover in this assignment question, and we will just write the assignment type question based on the guidelines or whatever given. But at the same time, we sometimes fail to address all module learning outcomes, which is already holistically covered in this assignment question. At the same time, we forget to focus on our marking criteria. So that's why I'm here to remind you people, before starting assignment, you have to remember this MAM. I just, for your easy remembrance, I frame it as an acronym called MAM. M stands for module learning outcomes, A stands for assignment question, another M stands for marking criteria. So you have all these three elements in front of you from the start of your assignment. until you finish your or submit your assignment. But what's the point? Even if you have in front of you, what's the point? So there is a point. You have to focus this assignment question and appropriately keep these learning outcomes, addressing these learning outcomes, and the marking criteria is integrated within these module learning outcomes and focusing assignment question and guidelines. You have to appropriately solve this puzzle. Then you will be having successful assignment writing with successful grades, So that's what we are going to see how to do this. If you take, first we are going to address about the first acronym M, module learning outcome. Where you can find this module learning outcomes? In the module descriptor, all right? So in the module descriptor, mostly maybe like from minimum 3 to 6 module learning outcomes you can see. So what do you need to note down in this module learning outcomes? How are you going to investigate this module learning outcomes? So here are another acronym for you for easy remembrance, CBI, a Central Bureau of Investigation. Of course, you are going to be an investigator or detective to cross-examine your module learning outcomes. So the STEAD stands for categorize the Bloom's taxonomy verbs. What is Bloom's taxonomy verbs? Usually, you will see these taxonomy action verbs in in the learning outcome as a first or second verb. That's what you can see. Of course, we are going to see that in detail in our next slide. So what is the next one? Browse. B for browse the key concepts in your each learning outcome. You have to know your key concepts. And thirdly, you should be able to identify the link between the identified Bloom's taxonomy verbs, key concepts, how these has been integrated into this assignment questions. All right. So this is the deductive work you are going to do as a CBI person to cross-examine your module learning outcomes. All right. So as I mentioned, there are 6 learning outcomes maximum. If you think, I said the first step, categorize the Bloom's taxonomy verbs mentioned in learning outcomes, right? So this is the revised Bloom's taxonomy framework in front of you, which starts from the stage level 1 to level 6. Level 1 is like remembering, just is like you are recalling your information, whatever you read, and understanding is to explain your ideas and concepts, classify, describe, discuss, explain. Here, the action verbs given for you for easy understanding and identification. Next level is applying. Apply your learned concepts or theories into your practice or setting. You can see your verbs here. And level 4 is about analyzing. You're going to critique and you're going to differentiate, or you're going to distinguish or examine. That is called your analyze. Level 4. Level 5 is nothing but evaluating. You should be able to justify what is your decision. If you're taking any decision, you should be able to justify based on your research supportive evidences, So that's what called evidences. And based on that, you should be able to defend or argue the supportive ideas, what you have put in front. The last topmost level is level 6, which is about creating. So at the end of the module learning outcome, you should be able to create or construct or design some based on your learned concepts or theories into your new structures, give a new framework, and you are able to synthesize the information. That is called your creation. So based whatever the learning outcome you have, just pick up your learning outcomes and identify the action verbs, whatever mentioned here, and falls under which level, and you see yourself each learning outcomes on which application level or analyzing level or evaluating level are you able to do that evaluation for each learning outcome? Are you able to do that analysis for whatever mentioned the verbs? You are able to do it. Just identify and understand yourself. All right. Next is your module learning outcome. So I'm going to tell you how to identify the verbs. So here I can show you by highlighting. Here you can see the Bloom's taxonomy verbs explain and examine. So this explain and examine is probably what level you can say is at the understanding level. And critically analyze and evaluate. Analyze and evaluate is about level 4 and level 5 level. You are able to critique and you are able to judge that your decision, whatever decision you made. And evaluate again is level 5. And critically reflect. Reflect falls also under the level 5, where you're obviously evaluating. Apply is nothing but is your third level, where you are going to demonstrate whatever you learned, you are able to apply into your setting, something like that. So these are all the Bloom's taxonomy verbs. You are categorizing your under which level, under which application level or evaluation level, you are able to do it. After doing this categorization, the next step is browse your key concepts. So what are you going to do in browsing the key concepts? So now I'm going to tell you, like for example, how you are going to identify the key concepts. So here you can see in the first learning outcome, explain and examine what theories and concepts of leadership are. Just imagine this is a leadership and management module. All right. So here you can see explain theories and concepts of leadership and management. Next, critically analyze and evaluate leadership approaches and styles. You are going to examine or judge your decision, whatever style is the transformational or translational style you have chosen. Why did you choose this? You are able to provide with your evidences in while applying or developing strategies. So that's what you need to know. Evaluate next the role of leaders. This is the key concept, key ideas, keywords you need to note. Role of leaders in facing ethical and legal challenges. That's very important. So this one you have to keep in your mind. Okay, you have to justify. You have to justify why this is correct decision against the ethical or ethical principles or against the legal rule, legal things. That's what you need to know. Then critically reflect how leadership and management promote continuous personal and professional development. This is the keyword for you. Apply dynamics of leadership. Dynamics of leadership change management, addressing diverse organizational context and culture. So these are the keywords you should remember. Key concepts you should be able to identify. So now you have done your categorization and browsing the key concepts. So once you categorize and browse the key concepts, the next step is you're going to identify the link between these browsed and categorized verbs with the assignment question, right? So with this, I end up this video by saying, ma'am, the acronym, we know how to cross-examine the module learning outcome now. I'm sure everyone knows this, how to do it. Practice this and then wait for my next video so that you can follow my next steps of cross-examining, assignment question, and marking criteria, so that you are ready to start your assignment by understanding completely or analyzing completely how to address this assignment question. That's the motto of this particular video. So I end up this session and wait for my part 2 video by saying love good things, fire bad things. Thank you to everyone. Like, comment, share and subscribe this YouTube channel. Stay tuned for my second part video. Please feel free to comment if you want to share any of your module descriptor or assignment question. Please feel free to share. So let me try to address in my following videos. Thank you.